I have seen eons turn to dust. I am the breath of the world, the whisper in the leaves, the ancient heart that beats beneath the soil. I remember the scent of every flower that has ever bloomed and the weight of every raindrop that has ever fallen. But of all the lives that have flickered within my embrace, one burns brightest in my memory. He's the man cub. I first felt him as a fragile warmth, a flicker of life left at the edge of my domain, where the fears of men cast long shadows. He was a sound I did not recognize, a soft, helpless cry against the symphony of my night. He smelled of milk and innocence, a scent utterly alien to my world of fang and claw. The law is clear. Man is not welcome. But the heart of a mother wolf, Raksha, beat with a rhythm older than any law. She saw not a threat but a child. And so, against the growling protests and the scent of coming danger, she claimed him, Mowgli the Frog. A name whispered on the wind and a promise made. I watched him grow. His skin, so vulnerable, learned the language of thorns and rough bark. His hands, so soft, learned to grip the sinewy vines that are my veins. Baloo, the old bear, filled his mind with my laws, the sacred words that govern every hunt, every pact, every life and death within my green expanse. He taught him which berries nourished and which deceived, which waters were safe and which held sleeping serpents. He taught him the master words, the key to brotherhood with all my children, from the chattering monkeys to the silent python. Kat, Bagheera, the panther born of shadows and moonlight, taught him to move as I do, to be unseen, unheard. He trained the boy's eyes to see in the deep dark, his ears to pass the meaning of a snapped twig or a distant call. Mowgli ran with the wolf pack, his laughter echoing through the canyons, a wild and joyous sound. He was not a boy playing at being a wolf. He was a wolf in the shape of a boy. He was mine. He learned my secrets, felt my pulse, and understood my soul in a way no human ever had before. He was the bridge, the impossible child of two worlds. But a shadow stretched long and hungry over our lives. A name spoken in hushed growls. Shere Khan, the tiger. He carried the scars of manless fire on his hide and a hatred for the man cub in his heart. He saw Mowgli not as a child of the jungle, but as an interloper, an offense to the natural order. His roar was a promise of violence, a discordant note in my perfect harmony. The fear of him was a cold current that ran through the undergrowth, a constant reminder that this peace was fragile. Shere Khan hunted the boy with a relentless obsession, believing that by destroying Mowgli, he could purge the jungle of man's encroaching stain. The threat was always there, a patient predator waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The boy learned what it meant to be hunted, to sleep with one eye open, to know that his very existence was a provocation. The years passed like the turning of seasons. The boy's limbs grew long and strong, his voice deepened, and a new kind of longing began to stir within him. It was a call I could not answer, a pull towards a world I could not enter. He saw the flicker of a strange warm light on the horizon, the red flower, fire, from a village of his own kind. He heard their laughter, their songs, and something deep within him, a forgotten echo, responded. The conflict tore him apart. He was of the Seeonee wolf pack, son of Raksha, student of Baloo, friend of Bagheera. He was a creature of the jungle. Yet the face he saw reflected in the water was not that of a wolf or a bear. It was the face of a man. The final confrontation with Shere Khan was inevitable. It was a battle not just of strength, but of identity. Mowgli fought not with claw and fang, but with the cunning I had taught him and the fire of the world he was drawn to. He fought for his family, for his home. When the great tiger finally fell, it was not just a victory, but a turning point. He had vanquished the shadow, but in doing so, had used the very tool that separated him from us. He had wielded man's power. The farewell was a quiet agony. There were no grand speeches, only the heavy silence of heartbreak. A nuzzle from a panther's head, a final, gruff piece of wisdom from a bear, and the sorrowful gaze of a wolf mother who had lost her son twice over. He walked towards the village, towards the world of men, a solitary figure caught between two homes, belonging fully to neither. He left a hole in my heart, a silence where his wild laughter used to be. I still feel him sometimes, a ghost on the edge of my consciousness. He carries my lessons in his heart, my rhythms in his blood. He is a man, yes, but he is a man who speaks the language of the rain and understands the wisdom of the trees. He is forever my child. And as I watch the sunset, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, I am left with a question that echoes through my ancient branches. What is a home? Is it the place you were born, or the place where you truly belong?